thơ và còn sự một sự là đủ là cua đi không.
Extremely important for two big reasons: political representation and distribution of financial resources. The roads that you rode on this morning, this building, which is part of a university, all of those decisions are made based on census data. Political representation, the congressional districts, state legislative districts, even local school districts, in many times are those boundaries are set based on census data. So the political representation and the financial resources that come from Washington all the way down to the local level both rest on accurate census data.
That I have taken an oath of office that I cannot release any of the information, whether it's an address or information about a household, to anyone who is not sworn in and have a need to know. So my example is, if I wanted to look at Tiger Woods' form, could I? And the answer is no, because I don't have a need to see it. Even throughout the 10-state area that I oversee, I can't look at anyone's form because I don't have a need to see it. It goes into a database and we don't see it. What comes out is the information in statistical form. So what happens if we do have someone to do that? Well, what happens is they have to pay a $250,000 fine and or in prison for 5 years. So it's really not worth releasing that information. I don't have $250,000 and I have other things I want to do with those 5 years. So that's why we say that it's safe. Now,
Form is really easy this year because they've just narrowed it down to 10 questions. And that's what we say, 10 questions, 10 minutes. We're hoping that each question will only take about a minute, and you read it, you fill in the squares, and just go from there. So 10 questions, 10 minutes over the next 10 years. It shouldn't take any time at all. That's the ease of it this year.
Participating in the census as a civics, as a resident of the United States, is very important. Okay, especially newly coming population like a Karen. Okay, you need to know exactly how many Karens in here, so you can support the Karen community. So how we as a society can support them and then find out what their needs. But we need to know the numbers, and we need to know their ages. For instance, if there's a lot of Karen children out here who needs the English language skills, we may need to spend more money on the English skill. Once you count them, how many Karens in here from 2010, for the next 10 years, we'll estimate the population based on that information. So it's very important to make sure that you got to count it right in the right place.
There are many new hard-to-count communities within Nebraska, the Karen being one of them. So it's very important that individuals from the Karen community are testing to be some of the people that count, that are familiar with the community, that are willing to go out within the community to make sure that the newly arrived Karen are aware of what this is and get the information from individuals and get that turned in.
And if we're going to be the city that builds on the diversity, then we need to know about all the people that exist in these different cultures. And the Korean are a growing culture and a very positive influence on our city, and can be even more so. So I look at it in that way, that we need everyone participating in the census so we can come together as a better city, a city that believes in culture, and a city that shares culture among all of its people.
Some of the Karen could be U.S. citizens, some from Thailand, some came from Myanmar, from Burma, and some from Karen refugees, and any Karen from around the world who are Karen people. It is important for the census to know how many Karen people are living in the United States of America, because resources are decided based on census results.
As a new community in the United States, we encourage every Karen community to participate with the census.
What you need to do is the children of that international marriage couples, for instance, a Latino husband and then a Karen wife, the children can check 2 boxes, one for the other Asian as a Karen and one for the Hispanic. So we consider those ethnic group as a multi-race ethnic group.
For example, if a Korean man married to Burmese women, he can put the husband like can still put as Korean, and the same thing for the Burmese lady. She can put Burmese on the. For the children, can put Burmese-Korean or Korean-Burmese.
This is for everyone. Don't be afraid. Fill out the census. Be counted. This is for your future.